We're breaking down another dance practice today, and this time it's to Young Posse OTB. This group is really new. I think they're going to blow up very soon. Their dance skills up here, they got really good stage presence for being rookies. I actually really like the song, especially the chorus. I think the choreographer and or the performance director did a really good job of having good transitional movements between the choreo and formations as well, because it's really tough to actually make it look smooth, especially when you're anticipating the musicality and or movement. So let's go and break this one down. If you guys haven't followed my Twitch, ladiesman5678, go ahead and follow it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go and roll it, baby. I like this intro because they kind of play around with that little rubber band thing. And they go straight into these basses, right? They already have nice effects and formation changes. And that was a good catch-up effect there. So that intro really sets the tone for us, right? They want it to be playful. So the reason why they had that rubber band or jump rope thing in the beginning was to probably imitate something of just being playful and just messing around, right? And then right when the basses come in, it's like, oh no, we're done playing around. We're gonna go and kill this shit. I like with Young Posse that they do this where they kind of dance not towards the audience but towards each other, and they do that a lot with Macaroni and Cheese and this song as well. There's a good balance between looking at the audience and at each other to imitate, like, we're playful too, but we'll also kill this shit for you guys. And you see how they're facing each other right now while we have her rapping. And again, that was a really good transition. I don't even know how they got into this like diagonal formation to get her out in the very back over there, which I really liked. And she was just rapping. The girl with the bob cut, she was literally just rapping, and somehow they got to this formation, which I really like. So we're just gonna go back to her section specifically, just because that was really smooth. And you see how they're just moving around the stage, facing each other or facing away. Nice effect there to match the basses. Great transition. And that was really patient with the four of them, by the way. Another formation change already. We haven't even reached a minute using the stage. This is crazy. Anyway, I'm just gonna go back to the part where they're in the diagonal. So they're really being patient with the music. So these four, they're being really patient because you can't really rush the song because the musicality itself isn't really like fast. And what the choreo does, it's like it's having them fill out these movements to fill out the song essentially, while we have the other rapper on the other side, which I think is really clever because it's not distracting us. Instead, it's actually highlighting her. Great line right there. I don't like, again, they have really smooth ways of changing formations. Like they got to this line somehow and they're gonna go ahead and reveal her in the back later on. Again, they're moving around the stage. Now we got a regular 5-person blocking. And with this part, it's very natural and fluid to them. And that's the part that I'm talking about with smooth transitions throughout the choreo, is this chorus. With the way that they're moving right now is very natural and very fluid is what I like to call it. It almost seems like this has been their thing. Like the way that they do the choreo, the way that they move around stage without really looking like they're lost is something that's like super skillful, because if you look like you're lost on stage, you can really notice it. But with them, it almost seems natural to move around stage and change formations all the time. I don't know what type of training that they did, but like I really like the way that their choreographer and or performance director just has them moving around stage, because it's really important when you have only 5 people on stage, especially if you're performing on a big stage. And then there's another part where I mentioned that the choreo transitions really well So the singing part of the chorus is where it transitions really well, because I didn't expect that the first time I watched this, and they didn't anticipate the movement and or the music. They rather just let it flow throughout their body. Like right at that part right there. That is by far one of my favorite parts of this dance practice. It just flowed really well. And I didn't predict it. Nice hitting the musicality there. What I like about Young Posse is that they have this playful attitude and they make it look easy. And I think that's what it is too. And it fits with the concept of their group. Okay, so we're gonna go back after the chorus. Again, they're looking really playful, but at the same time keeping the details of the choreo that they need, right? So you have the other four, again, still kind of performing towards us, but still performing towards each other, which I think is probably a concept for Young Posse. Hopefully when they release more dance practices, I kind of see what the trend is for them and what kind of theme they always go for. Nice stage effect there, where she hits the two bases and she acts like she shot a gun towards their feet and they jump up in the air like that. It's crazy because their angles, their wrists are on point. Like that's why they look synchronized. The textures are on point. And that part right there, while she's singing and or rapping, this is a good catch-up effect, or like a good way to expand without distracting us. Cool catch-up effect there. Great way to use the musicality of the song by doing that. So I really like that part specifically. For girl groups in general, it's really tough to already look unique, but what I think Young Posse is doing is they look unique in their terms of dancing. Like they have a theme and they're almost building this identity. It's almost like once they get bigger in terms of as a group, you're almost gonna be like, oh, that's definitely Young Posse style. And again, good way to move around stage. Again, more playful type of effects. I think that was really cool with this, just them two. They're kind of just playing around and just having this partner section. I think it's cool that in the back, the back three, they're kind of just playing around and doing these accent choreos so that like it doesn't take away from the actual effect that's happening in the front of us. Nice use of the shoulders there. So right here with the shoulders where it's moving left and right. It's a good way to use your shoulders. So right before we get to that singing part, right? The way that they move throughout the movement is like they do a really, really good job of matching the way that they're rapping towards a song and or singing. So like the textures are there, like the details, the cleanliness, especially like their arms. There's a lot of arm work in this choreo, and the fact that they can look really clean and synchronized says a lot. Which means they're really grabbing the details that their choreographer is giving them and not messing it up. Especially, I think, this part where they lean back a little bit. And right here, they hit that bass really strong. And again, with this arm work right here, when they're leaning back, that's really tough to look clean. And here's the good transitional movement once again. That's my favorite part of the choreo. I'm stealing those moves. They're gonna blow up. For a rookie group, they really just impress me with the way that they're just really playful with their choreo, and it just looks easy for them. So in this case, like when they're doing the choreo, it's like, yeah, we're gonna play around on stage and have fun, but at the same time, this choreo is just gonna look sick. So they're gonna build their own identity, and I think they're gonna blow up. You know, if you guys are finding out about Young Posse through me, or if you already know who Young Posse is, go and subscribe. Peace.